universe calling my name, and I know deep down in my heart
Hi friends. So I'm gonna be doing a tag today. I think Thursday is just gonna be Tag Thursday for me. So I'm gonna be doing, I do believe it's a sci-fi tag. I'll leave the original creator down below so you guys know, and I will also put the prompts down below, and I tag whoever wants to do this tag. So I have them written down, so let's get into it. Okay, the first question is, what was the first science fiction book that you read? I don't own any of them anymore, but I'll be putting it up here. The first science fiction book I ever read was probably a choose your own adventure book. I know there was one about dinosaurs in space. I think I read the Sasquatch one. I'll leave a couple up here so you guys can see. Question 2. What was the last science fiction book that you read? The last science fiction book I read this year was Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. I'll be putting it up here because my copy's put away, as you guys know, from my last tag. I absolutely loved it. It was hands down so good. That was my very first ever Andy Weir book I've ever read. I own 2 other of his books, and I can't wait to read the rest of them, and I can't wait to see what he comes up with next, because this man can write some science. Alright, question 3 is, if you love science fiction, what made you love science fiction? I would have to say my dad made me love science fiction. I'll pop up a picture of here of my dad. Growing up, he would watch Star Wars, Stargate, Star Trek, just all of the editing. Jamie here, I forgot to mention that I would also watch the X-Files with my dad. Okay, bye. Those, and I was so immersed in it. I'm like, I would love to go to space. I would love to go on these adventures with them. They're so freaking amazing. I fell in love with it. And I think that's what made me fall in love with astronomy, just space in general, you know? I think that's what made me fall in love with it. Question 4 is, what is your favorite science fiction movie? This is very hard. It was hard to narrow it down to one, but I will have to say Close Encounters of the Third Kind was so good. I watched it for the first time about 5 years ago. Oh, it was so good. And I realized that it's an old movie. I realized the graphics are old. I don't care. I loved it. I wanted to see, I couldn't wait to see what happened inside of it. I was like on the edge of my bed just watching it, like, oh my god, this is crazy. I loved it. Alright, question 5 is, what is your favorite science fiction TV show? And hands down can say my favorite is Roswell. Not the new Roswell, the old Roswell. I'll put it up here. I do love the new Roswell. I haven't finished it, but I love the old Roswell so much. It's about these 3 aliens. They crash in Roswell, New Mexico. The famous crash that was in Roswell, New Mexico. They get raised by humans. Humans think they are humans. They go through life as a human. They go through high school and everything. They fall in love. It's so good. You guys, seriously need to watch it. And I would also have to say Star Trek, because like I said before, my dad, I would watch Star Trek with my dad as much as I could. Also with my stepdad, I would watch Star Trek with him too. So I'm a huge Will Wheaton fan. He played Wesley Crusher inside Star Trek, and I also liked Riker in Star Trek. Yeah. All right. Oh, and also don't even hear anyone ever talking about this, but Beyond Belief with the guy who played Riker. Oh my god, that show was so amazing. I love that show. That was the show I would watch with my mom. And I think my mom only watched it because she liked the guy who played Riker. She thought he was hot. But I was there for the freaking stories in that damn show. They were so amazing. And sorry about the glare. I'll just take off my glasses because the glare is even bothering me. Okay. Question 6 is, what science fiction book do you feel should be read more often? I think it means what science fiction book you think you should read more often. I think I should read some short stories more often, and I want to get into some more alien ones. Because I haven't read a lot of alien sci-fi, and I would really like to delve into those. What is your favorite sci-fi science fiction short story? I haven't read any, and if you guys know of any good ones or want to recommend me any, leave them down below in the comments. I will check them out and I'll let you know what I think about them, because I would like to read some and I've never read any. I am actually currently in the process of writing my own science fiction short story. I haven't written in a couple days, but I'm in the process of writing my own. Yeah, pretty cool. Question 8, and this is the final question, is what's your favorite science fiction book? I'm gonna go back to Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. I loved that book. It was so good. I loved all the science in it. I love that he was in space. He had to figure out what he needed to do on the spaceship. He had an alien companion. It was so good. You guys need to read it. I don't want to ruin it for you. And also Sleeping Giants. That is such a good book. I loved Sleeping Giants, and I read it because of Gabby from Gabby Reads. She loves that book and she was talking about it, so I picked it up and I was like, yes, this book is so good. I actually need to continue in that Sleeping Giants series. I haven't done it yet, but Sleeping Giants, so good. So yes, that is my tag that I'm doing this Thursday. Let me know if you guys have read any of these, seen any of these shows. If you want to just talk about it, let me know down below. I would love to talk to you guys about any of this stuff. And I consider your guys' self tagged. I'm not tagging any booktuber specifically, so consider whoever is watching this tagged. You do this tag, and let me know if you do it, because I would love to see what your guys' answers are. Alright, that is it for me for now. I'm gonna head out, and remember guys, be safe out there. Bye!
If I could begin to be half of what you think